welcome back. You are listening to the future of Sports Talk Radio. We are Truth Be Told Sports Podcast. It's your boy King Cooley on the mic, and I'm here with my homies as always. White Mike's in the building. What's up, White Mike?
What's up? How's everybody?
Doing good, man. You missed last week.
Yeah, I had some things going on. Work got in the way.
Right.
So
Stupid jobs, right?
stupid jobs.
Right. Why can't we just do this? And everybody know about A1 from day one. Hollow Point's in the building. What's up, Hollow Point?
What up, man? What's going on?
Not much, man. Same old stuff. How is Seattle treating you?
Gloomy and droopy.
Oh my goodness, man.
That's all I can say. It's not much.
Just please cheer up, bro, because you know how they say the weather affects the mood, right? You don't feel that, right?
I'm good. You look outside and it's all gray. It's gray and it's wet. So
right.
Anybody call and ask me like, hey, how's it up there? Oh, it's wet and it's gray. So
that's right.
But
hey, you want to do that thing?
Regardless of where I am. So
I figured that. You want to do that thing real quick?
Yes, I can. I can do that thing. First, I appreciate y'all for coming back and listening with us. If you'd like to look for us on our socials, we have a Facebook page at Truth Be Told Sports Podcast page. We also have a group, Truth Be Told Sports. In the group, you find us on Twitter at TBTS Podcast. You find us on Instagram at Truth Be Told Sports Podcast. You can find us on YouTube at Truth Be Told Sports Podcast, or you can log on to our website at www.truthbetoldsportspodcast.com, where you can donate to the cause. If you feel froggy, you can listen to our latest and greatest full-length podcast. And if you only listen via podcast, jump on Apple, Google, Spotify, iHeart Radio, Radio Republic, all the good ones. We're normally there. So search for us. And,
that's right.
We'll be there. So hit us up.
Appreciate you doing that, bro. Yep. Every week. Makes AD going down with the Lakers. I think they're going to really appreciate the fact that he's, of his presence. Being missing, 2 to 3 weeks out. What do you think?
Mike, I'll let you start.
He's AD. I mean, you're gonna miss his presence. I don't think it's gonna be that much of a difference as far as the way they play, because they are pretty team oriented in LA. But the schedule that they have coming up, they have 3, maybe 4 games that they could lose. I don't think they lose to Brooklyn. They have them coming up. I don't see Brooklyn beating them, but that's my 4th that they could possibly lose, or a surprise loss somewhere in there. AD's having a slower year than normal. As we talked about this on the show, but he really is. He's not putting up AD from New Orleans numbers or AD in the bubble numbers. It's just a different year for that whole team. They're set up differently. They play slightly different. I don't think they struggle as much as people are going to think.
I think they're going to play like kind of what Mike said to a point. They're definitely going to miss him.
Right.
Say he's an all NBA player. So if you think you're going to not miss an all NBA player on your team, on your floor, that's crazy talk.
Yeah, but he's still AD.
But at the same time, like they do play, their style of ball is more of a next man up type of gig. You know what I mean? It's like, okay, that was AD's spot. Well, now we're going to do less in the post. We're going to work more on the perimeter. We're going to do more cuts as opposed to balls from down low distributed. I think each person has to kind of up their ante a little bit more. I think LeBron has kind of this year kind of been slow starter now, and I think he has to kind of pick that up in the beginning of the game, because a lot of the team gets their energy from him. And like, if he doesn't start fast, they're not going to start fast. And the only difference is they're not going to have AD on the court to assist in their comeback when they always end up coming back. I think that's right, because he's a great rim protector and good on the defense. And when they get into that one quarter, that third quarter, or that beginning of the fourth, when they start trying to lock people down, he's like the main catalyst. for that, and where he gets rebounds and blocks, and
Right.
he thwarts people's balls at the rim and stuff. Him and Harold do a great job at that. I think guys like Gasol and Morris and Kuzma have to play a lot of team defense where they're kind of
Right.
eating up space and making it hard for people to make shots. And I think then then you have to rebound better. I think Gasol has probably get you probably like 4 or 5, maybe 6 rebounds in a game. We kind of need him to be a big man, a 7-footer, and get 10 or 12. You know what I mean? If you're in the game, grab a rebound. You don't have to jump over a flat credit card. Just reach up there and grab it. You're 7 foot, for Christ's sake. So,
Okay.
But yeah, I think it's going to be a tough task, but I think they can do it. They're a great team altogether, and
Right.
if KCP can somehow recalibrate that 3-point shot where he was shooting 50% at one point, if he could kind of find that, that'd be great. And then if Schroeder could show up 2 games in a row, that would be great too. So
I agree with you guys kind of. They're definitely gonna miss him. I think they'll miss him a little bit more than you guys are saying. It's like we talked about before, and I'm just thinking about that. He's gonna get looked at least 2 weeks.
yes.
At least 2 to 3 weeks, right? Like there could be something wrong, and he can be out longer.
Yeah.
Right. I mean, right. I guess, like Mike said, it's kind of fortunate they're at this part of the schedule. What it looks like towards the end of that schedule, like what I'm looking at right now, for like with the 2 weeks, they have Minnesota, they have Brooklyn, they have Miami, Washington, Utah, Portland, Golden State, Phoenix, and Sacramento. Towards the bottom of half of that schedule, it gets kind of tough. And if to where like probably LeBron will have to play a little bit more, play a little bit harder. And let's just hope AD will be fine within those 2 to 3 weeks and be able to come back. Because if he doesn't, I think the Lakers are in a little bit of trouble. I mean, I can see what's this guy Harold and probably just all like holding it down for like 2 to 3 weeks while he's out, but I don't think they can have. I don't think they have what it takes to go through the rest of the season like that, or like for deeper into the season like that.
Remember what I was saying from the beginning is like my prognostications is all predicated on the health.
Right.
Not like I'm not a blind fan. I know when my bread is buttered, and
right.
AD is in the lineup. That's for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But he also has to be playing well too, which he hasn't been playing, like Mike said, up to standard, up to the like he was before.
Right.
That MVP level style play that he was where he was kind of carrying the team almost.
Right.
But I also feel like he doesn't have to carry this team. And that may be why he's not putting up those same numbers.
Yeah, he does.
New Orleans,
he does. I mean, the role is
them.
a little different, but I think the production should be the same. I think his lack of production is kind of like it almost feels like he was playing not to get hurt, and then he ended up getting hurt. So it's just like when you play not to lose, you lose, kind of thing.
Yeah.
Like instead of going full bore. As far as the effect on it, I think they're not based off of how it's been going because they don't have fans in the stands. They're not necessarily concerned about home field advantage throughout the playoffs or nothing crazy like that. So
right.
I don't think they go full bore on trying to win all the games. I think what they're going to try to do is use this period as a way to figure out how to play without AD for a long period of time. And I think that's going to be an adjustment. It's of course going to be an adjustment, but I think the goal for them is to make sure that everybody gets involved and puts their contribution in, not just LeBron score 50 and go for the best. So
that's true.
I'm sure we're going to get into this in a little bit, but talking about it made me think about it. If, say, in 2 weeks, he's out for another 4 to 6, do you go after a guy like Blake Griffin if you're Los Angeles?
No.
That's interesting.
To add you,
but
he adds you don't have to start him, but he adds you a quality backup. I mean, you can start Harrell
they don't have the money either. That's another thing.
Yeah, I don't think they have the money because like
they don't have the money to cover what they would need.
Clippers are still paying that man.
They would get Drummond. I think Drummond would be a better fit anyway. Drummond
right.
would be a better fit because they need rebounds and defense, and he would be the perfect fit actually. Because you put him in there, like if Drummond and Harrell and then LeBron and Schroeder and either THT or KCP, and that's your lineup. So,
but do you think they go after one of those two?
Blake Griffin's just a name at this point. I think he's kind of, I don't want to call him washed as a, but he's definitely not as good as he used to be. I'll say that.
Well, yeah, I mean, he just was the one that came to mind because we'd been talking about it so much. But you're talking about Andre Drummond.
No, you're right.
But do you go after one of them two if maybe, I'm not saying go after him now, but in say 2-3 weeks when you reevaluate AD, and he's going to be out slightly longer.
Yeah, I mean,
he'll make a return this season.
I imagine all cards are on the table, man. I wouldn't. If they're trying to win like they say they are, I would say go for it.
Right.
I would say go for it, but I think they're going to have a lot of kind of like, I won't call it hubris, but like a lot of pride. Like, oh, we don't need to do all that. We grew what we got, kind of thing. Next man up, on the roster. I don't think they're at the point where they believe they need to make that move. I could be wrong, but I haven't seen any indications as to them even talking about making a move like that.
So we talked about the trade deadline, obviously, but this is going to push through the All-Star game. With AD being out through the All-Star game, we kind of tackled a little bit like the trade information. Let's talk about the actual All-Star game and Adam Silver, or whatever his name is. He is he's very adamant about pushing this thing on us. Like his new, you heard about his newest ideas, right?
Yes.
Crazy. Yeah. So for those of you who don't know, Adam Silver's idea is to actually have these the All-Star game, but which isn't bad. Like we talked about it last week, which isn't a bad idea, but the way he wants to do it is like this complete trash. Was the skills competition and the 3-point shootout before the game? Then you have the game, and at halftime you have the dunk contest, and then you have the second half, and then that's it.
It's like he's trying to condense everything. Just we're gonna push everything into one day and just make it. It's ridiculous.
Yeah,
in my opinion. I think everything. And like I said last week, I think the NBA All-Star game is probably All-Star weekend is probably the best, in my opinion, the best weekend of
like All-Star weekend. You have all the sports.
The best All-Star weekend of all the 4 major sports. I think it is just because there's events every day, all that whole weekend leading up. So you got the celebrities, you got the all that stuff.
Yeah, you got the rookie
has their own little time to shine.
Yeah,
I feel you put it in this.
The Rising Stars.
The Rising Stars. Right.
Yeah, the Rising Stars game, the celebrity game, everything has their own prime time setup to where look at us. And now they're just trying to freaking put it in a can and say, here you go. You go potted meat. There you go, bud. Get this potted meat.
Right.
I don't like it.
Only part of this I like is I actually don't mind the idea of the dunk contest at halftime. I could live with that. Wouldn't kill me.
Well, now you're looking at like a Super Bowl style halftime though.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So now you're either trying to speed up the dunk contest, will make that more crappy, or
it's gonna be 100% ass.
A long break from the All-Star game, and that's gonna be a crappier product because they have to wait for an hour as opposed to waiting 15 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
So it's just, I think it's a waste. I think it's trying to do too much. I think
the better idea for them to do is, and I think we hit on a little bit last week on last week's show, is to because like the restrictions are like the COVID thing regulate things to start like to loosen up a little bit. Okay, so which is why we said like having an All-Star game wouldn't be a bad idea. You know what I mean? instead of having it like that condensed, he needs to just go ahead and like add an extra week or add an extra couple of days to the regular season. That way, your players are still able to rest. People like LeBron don't have to worry about, you know what I'm saying, a quote unquote rest when he really wasn't going to be doing much during that weekend, like playing much basketball that weekend anyway, because it's the All-Star weekend. Like, yes, he's going to be in the game, but how much action he's going to, I mean, how much effort is he going to play in that game? You know what I'm saying? So that's the best thing, in my opinion. That's the best thing Alvin Silver should do.
Yeah.
And I wouldn't be surprised if he does that, because we kind of predict the future on this.
It's kind of funny. I think we talked about that way before the season even started, about adding an extra week to All-Star week.
Right.
If you go back and look at, I think we discussed this before the season ever even started, about adding an extra week there to give the players a break and all this.
Yeah, I think so too. So we just standing by what we said, people. So Alex, so if you're listening, throw a couple days in there.
So All-Star weekends in Atlanta, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Wait a minute now. Hold on.
I'm just saying, where's Lemon Pepper at on the All-Star?
Yeah, I mean, like so they're gonna have to fit. They're gonna have to fit.
Atlanta. I'm going for autographs.
Gotta make him the ambassador. Actually, you know what?
Oh no, they're gonna have to put. They're gonna have to put a like one of those home, like house arrest bracelets on James Harden.
That's what I was gonna say. I was gonna say. James Harden's a free agent now, so you can't looking forward to home. You know?
Whoa! You might have to boo the All-Star game.
He's a legend there, so you.
Yeah, they're gonna bring out the top shelf.
He's like, I'm gonna help the Nets. Let's see exactly. He's like, I'm gonna help the Nets after the All-Star break, and we're gonna get into it then.
James Harden gonna infuse a whole bunch of economic power.
He is not trying to play in that game, bro.
So
he is not trying to play in that game.
What the last Nets game is before the All-Star break, and just put a tracker on him for every.
Like they track the whales and shit. Like they track tigers and whales.
Yeah.
Okay, where's James Harden? Looks like he's at. Okay, he's at Club Cheetah.
Yep.
All right. Looks like he just got off an old national highway. Yep. So
blue flames. Yep.
There we go.
So no, watch out for him. And you know he's trying to recruit other youngins to do what he does.
Oh boy, yes sir. You already know the vibes.
I know anybody they want to hang out with James because he know where the good stuff is. So watch out. He probably gonna be the ambassador, man. Forget all the Atlanta locals. It ain't gonna be Trey. Ain't gonna be Trey Young. It's gonna be
James Harden.
Hey,
that weekend.
Man, don't worry about it.
James Harden's gonna take over.
Yep.
Yeah. Crazy.
I seriously, honestly, man, I hope they don't. And it looks more like they're gonna do it anyway. It just doesn't make any sense to do it in this manner. And I know they want to get it. They I feel like they want to get past it as opposed to actually put it on. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
They want to have it just to have it instead of putting the event on. And it's kind of
it's robbing the fans too.
I think it is.
What if you run like a 2-day?
2-day could work.
A 2-day can work.
Do your skills, Rising Stars game, whatever you want to do.
If you do it early, so if you have it like an all-day event on like, let's say Saturday and Sunday, because Sunday's always the day of the All-Star game.
Yeah.
You run Saturday, maybe start at noon with your select and your Rising Stars game, and have like a couple hours of break, and then start your dunk contest, start your skills and your 3-point and your dunk contest. That's your Saturday, right?
Right. I would
just the game. And then
I think I would run the dunk contest on Sunday as a prelude to the game.
They've always presented the dunk contest as like a main event.
Yeah, it's the main event. I couldn't do that.
Like
a
primetime thing. So it's like that's why I would say have it close out Saturday.
Right.
Have it set up as like a festival type situation.
Right.
You know what I mean? And then have Sunday for just the All-Star game where you're kind of saluting the people who have done so far. and your legends and your whatnots and saying,
Yeah.
paying homage to the game.
Right.
And have it just that. So you have Saturday
Yeah.
and Sunday. That way it's still.
I'd spend a weekend watching that.
Yeah.
I spend the weekend watching it anyway. So like, you know,
right. So, but it's
and I haven't liked it that way either because I really just watch Saturday and Sunday. I try to watch Friday. Right. I normally can't.
I
never can get to, like, I always miss a celebrity game.
Right.
I watch the dunk
always miss
contest
celebrity game
and the main game.
Yeah.
I always catch Saturday night, and I always catch to the All-Star game. I always catch the Bills and all that stuff. But it's like I said, it's one of them things, man. It's people who are in a higher up position. They want to come up with these ideas to try to appease everybody, and you're not gonna appease everybody, no matter what your decision is. So I mean, I feel bad for them. They're in a kind of a tight spot.
If they have that game, if they have like the dunk contest during All-Star game, they're gonna be robbing they're gonna be so many people, like music fans of Atlanta. Imagine how, like, you know what I'm saying, that halftime, who will be able to perform during that halftime?
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? You robbing so many people. You know what I mean?
So it's just
because, like, you know, hip hop and that's where hip hop and sports collide in Atlanta.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, imagine an Outkast reunion on the halftime show.
Oh, bro, like I would.
Come on,
be so happy. Like, come on, dude.
You know what I'm saying? Like they do like an ode to Atlanta hip hop, and then like bring Outkast to main event. Oh,
bro, come on.
Take my money.
Take my money. I don't even want to watch the rest of the game.
Take my money. You know what I mean? But it's just so many things you miss out on trying to congest it into one.
Right.
So it's just, I don't know. It's kind of. If that's the case, if that's going to go with, I think they're going to miss the boat on that, in my opinion.
Exactly. They're 100%. You're right. You guys got anything before we get up out of here?
I think the rest of I hope they don't do the All-Star game the way they're talking about doing it.
Mm-hmm.
But either way, I think the second half of the season is going to be good fun to watch. I'm going to be locked in. So.
Right on.
Yeah, I want to see what they do with the All-Star game.
I don't give a lot of credence to it because a lot of teams are just trying to fill out their roster or not pay people roster bonuses. So it's making moves upon moves. But shout out to everybody who always listens to us. We appreciate you. We love doing this stuff, and I'm glad we're able to week in, week out just bring you some new hotness. So
there you go.
Mr. Rivers, please don't send me no more invites. I'm not coming. That's it. I'm out.
We got nowhere's at, bro. Like you know, I'm out. Before you go into print, like at least before you go into print with your invitations.
I'm sitting there at the pool house. I don't know. There's nobody there now.
Nobody opening the gate. Now we trespass. You know what I'm saying?
I'm out.
Mike, you got anything?
Shout out to everybody that listens. The new listeners, the repeat listeners. I don't know why y'all keep coming back, but I appreciate it.
Oh, I know why they come back.
I know why they come back.
Shout out to my favorite time of the year. Here in 2 days, pitchers and catchers will be reporting on the 17th.
There we go.
It is almost officially baseball season.
Whoop, whoop.
Let's go. And we're gonna take off too, man. So that's gonna be dope. I'm so excited about it.
Don't forget to check us out. Hit me up on Twitter, White Mike TS. I'm still working on this. I'm trying to get more involved in my Twitter.
My guy said, proud of you saying hit me up on Twitter because White Mike don't want to talk to nobody.
No.
He barely want to talk to us.
I usually wait for about 7 or 8 messages for a reply.
Yeah, I know, right? Just like the guy said, man, we appreciate you guys for listening week in and week out. Thank you for checking us out. Look for us on YouTube. Don't forget to check us out on YouTube. We drop a new video every week. We don't have a specific day, but Hollow Point's our YouTube dude. And, you know, when he drops, he drops. So, you know, when we get it, you get it.
Turn your notifications on. Turn your
notifications on. Do that at least.
Yeah.
And make sure you hit that subscribe button too. Shout out to our homies over at Moneyline Media. We really appreciate you guys. Thank you for all the support you have with us. Anything else? No, that's it, man. Rest in peace, Kobe. We are out of here. Peace.
Peace.